Good evening everyone. Today we are going to start with vernier calipers. In the previous lecture we have seen principle of the vernier. No, now we are going to see vernier calipers. Okay. So vernier caliper is also known as slide caliper. Vernier calipers is an instrument basically used to measure what. Now this is the applications or uses where it is used. So, to measure the length of rod, diameter of sphere, internal and external diameters of hollow cylinders, depth of small beakers. So you can write it down. These are all uses of the vernier calipers. So basically vernier calipers description is there. To understand the description of the vernier calipers, here I have only shown the figure or image, and this is from your textbook. The only part I have made extra is here this blue color part and this red color part. This is what I have made here. Okay, so this is the extra part I have done. I have made changes. Okay, so let us start with the description. A vernier calipers is shown in the figure 1.3. So from your textbook, this is the figure 1.3 I have taken here. It consists of long and thin steel strip provided with jaws driven at one end. On the strip, a scale is graduated with a value of 1 division equal to 1 mm. This is the main scale. Now see here. Here they have shown. See, look at the cursor. This is our main scale. Okay. This colorless portion is there now from 0. Here this 2, 3, 4 up till 10 means 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 up till 10. Okay, so this is the main scale. Two parts are there, na? Two scales are there. One is the main scale, another one is the vernier scale. So this is our main scale. Okay, and this main scale markings, see here, this is there now from 3 to 4. If I am taking this, then how many divisions will be there inside? There will be 10 divisions. So that means this one division will be of what measurement? One division will be of 1 mm. So here they have told us that this small division is there on the main scale. That measurement is of 1 mm. That length is of 1 mm. That's why here this 10 mm I have shown here. That 3 to 4 is there na. That is what the length of 10 mm. That means 3 to 4 is of 10 mm. 4 to 5 is of 10 mm, isn't it? So in this way I have shown here in a red portion that it is of 10 mm. Therefore the one small measurement here, this small measurement, look at the cursor, this small measurement will be of 1 mm. Okay, that is on the main scale. Another small strip provided with jaw J2 at its end can slide over the main scale strip. This strip also has graduated with 10 divisions on it, the length of which is equal to 9 mm. Now see here on the main scale there were fixed jaws. Here J1 is there, those are jaws. Two jaws are there on main scale. J1 is on the downside and J1 is also on the upside. Okay, we'll see why downside and upside they have given. Okay, but right now there are two jaws on the main scale. One is downside and the other one is on the upside. Understood? This is the fixed one because main scale is our fixed scale, it is not movable. Okay, now this is our vernier scale. This grey color portion they have shown, no, this is our vernier scale. Okay, this portion is of the vernier scale. Okay, and this is sliding over the main scale. This is movable scale. This is, you can slide it over the here and there. You can slide this over to the left or right, wherever you can slide it over. Now see, this vernier scale is there. It is also having jaw J2 is there, likewise downside also upside. So two jaws are there. Okay, now see in this figure they have shown here one sphere is there. That means this figure they have shown that we are measuring diameter of sphere. What are we doing? We are measuring diameter of sphere. In this also vernier scale, look here, this here 0 to 5 to 10. That means here also how many divisions are there? 10 divisions are there. How many divisions are there? 10 divisions are there. So both the scales are basically having 10 divisions. The only difference is that what? That this length, no, this length is there, no, this 0 to 10, this total length is there, no, that is of how much length? 9 mm. That length is what? 9 mm. Okay, so one less than the main scale, okay, isn't it? So it is formed in that way. that is this will be of 10 mm, but this is less, no, therefore the divisions are 10, but the length of the vernier scale will be how much? 9 mm. Okay, it is called the vernier scale. For more precise measurement, the vernier scale can have 20, 25 or 50 divisions marked on it, and total length of the vernier divisions will be equal to length of one division less on the main scale. Now here what are they saying? That you can have the different measurements also, like they are saying that you can have 20 divisions or 25 divisions or 50 divisions which are marked on it. Okay, but there will be one condition, that if there are 20 divisions on main scale, then there will be 19 divisions on the vernier scale, like that. Okay, that is one mm less in that way, because n minus 1 is the rule. Now in that previous also video I have shown that the values how they are changing. N minus 1, if that this will be n, then the vernier will be n minus 1, isn't it? So this is n minus 1. So here it is saying that if there are 20 divisions on the main scale, then there will be 19 divisions on the vernier scale, 50 divisions on the main scale, then 49 divisions on the vernier scale, like that. That's why I have highlighted over here also. Okay, the vernier scale which slides over the main scale can be fixed at any positions on the main scale with the help of screw S. Both jaws are parallel to each other and are projected on either side of the main scale to hold the given object. Lower jaws are called as the outside jaws, and they are used to measure the length of the rod. Upper jaws are called as the inside jaws, which are used to measure the internal diameter of hollow cylinder or pipe. Now see here, as I have told you that vernier scale is sliding over the main scale, no. So why this is sliding? Because see, now this particular this sphere is there. Now they have to hold this object, no, and because of that the length will be, or the object will be, whatever the diameter will be, it will be what varying. It will be varying. This sphere may be a bigger sphere also, so you need to adjust it. That jaws need to hold it appropriately, isn't it? And to hold it appropriately, that's why one is the fixed jaw and the other one, the vernier scale, is having the movable jaw. Okay, means this is sliding, this whole scale is sliding, that's why these jaws are also sliding along. And there is a screw given, so that after holding this jaws will hold it, and you have to fix the screw so that this will not move. This will not move. The whatever the object is being holded over here, this will not move, so that you can get the measurement appropriately. Okay, and what are they saying? That there are these jaws, no, outside jaws and inside jaws. Outside jaws means, see, if you are seeing this very carefully, at that time you will be able to understand that you are getting the outside measurement of the sphere diameter, isn't it? If you want to find out the inner measurement, inner diameter of the cylinder or something like that, then this jaws will be used. Okay, so to find out that, they have given us facility with the inside jaws and the outside jaws. So inside jaws, name itself says us that inside measurement can be done with this inside jaws, and outside jaws, this outside measurement can be done with the outside jaws. Okay, therefore upper jaws are for what? Inside internal measurement, and the downside jaws are there, those are for the outside measurement. Or you can say that outside whatever the object is there, those you can get external diameter, or you can find out the length of the rod by this downside jaws. Okay, vernier calipers is also provided with thin and long strip T attached at back of the vernier scale strip. It slides with the vernier scale at the back of the main scale strip. When J1 and J2 are in contact, the end of the strip touches the end of the back of the main scale strip. The strip T is used to measure the depth of small beaker. Now see here in this figure, this is T. This T is there, na, that small strip is there, which is backside of what? Vernier caliper. That means if you are moving this vernier scale, then this will also move. Understood? This is attached to what? this T, this strip is there na, that strip is attached to what? The vernier scale. It is attached to the vernier scale. If you are moving this, if it is sliding, this is moving, then this T will also move. Okay, and why is this been used? This is used to measure the depth of the smaller beaker. If you want to measure the depth, you are going to use this. That means they are having the facility to measure what diameter, they are having facility to measure length, they are even having the facility to measure the depth. So you can find out various measurements by using this small vernier caliper. This instrument enables us to find the different measurements. Now here I have shown whatever is been given in your textbook only. This I have written here same way, that outside jaws, inside jaws, strip, main scale, vernier scale. These are main parts of the vernier calipers and functions are there. So learn this very nicely, because they may ask you write down the parts of vernier calipers and their functions. So basically there are 5 parts. What? Outside jaws, inside jaws, strip, main scale, vernier scale. I think you should start with what? Main scale, vernier scale. Then these jaws are there, inside jaws and outside jaws, and also strip. So basically whatever we have seen here, if you are practicing this diagram, then you won't be able to like it will be difficult for you to understand what the parts are. See here, screw is also there. If they ask about screw, then what you will say? To hold the object, here you have to fix this screw and the object will be held, isn't it? So this screw enables us so that this is not moving, this is not sliding, and we will be getting what? Perfect measurement, isn't it? So these parts are there. First is what? I will start with the main scale, because main scale is our main scale na. I am starting with it. Main scale, 4th one. Okay, to measure the length correct up to 1 mm. Yes, the smallest one they are showing here is 1 mm, no? So therefore smallest measurement it can give us up to 1 mm only. Yes, vernier scale can measure correct up to what? 0.1 mm. This is further, its more magnification is there. That's why it is giving us more magnification. That means here this total length is what? 9 mm, and 10 divisions are there here. So this is more and more specified one. Therefore what you can say? That the major length up to 0.1 mm. And strip is there. Strip, as I have told you, that it is moving along with the vernier scale, as it is attached to the vernier scale. And what it does? It is used to measure the depth of the beaker. Therefore, to measure the depth of the beaker or a bottle, inside jaws and outside jaws, that is upper and downside, upside and downside, है ना? So downside you all know that external measurement it is doing, and upside jaws are there, it is doing the internal measurement, isn't it? So here basically learn all this. And list count part is there. List count, whatever we have seen, the list count, the same part is been shown over here. List count we are going to use during numericals also. That's why it is important. List count of vernier caliper. The list count of the vernier caliper is equal to difference between the value of one main scale division and one vernier scale division. It is calculated by using the equation, that is value of one main scale division divided by total number of divisions on the vernier, that is x upon n, the same one. So the list count of the vernier calipers can be decreased by. So see, list count, now they are saying that list count, how can we decrease the list count? First is increasing the number of division. That means here in our example we were having 10 divisions, and they have said that you can have more divisions also, na, like 25 divisions, 50 divisions, you can go for that also. So if you are making that divisions more, then you will be getting the list count will be less. The list count can be decreased. And the next is what? Decreasing the value of one division on the main scale. That means here our value of one division on the main scale was what? 1 mm. Here one division main scale was how much value? 1 mm. If you are decreasing this, then also you will be getting the decrease in the list count. So that these 2 points are there. If they ask you how to decrease the list count, then you have to write down these 2 points, by increasing number of divisions and by decreasing the value of one division on the main scale.